Work on the lung thing.
I want to take this time to welcome all our listeners, those that's in Israel, those that's in Canada, those that's in the Philippines, those that's in Sierra Leone, India, and where you might be picking us up on the internet, into our house, where our motto is, come one, come all, let us build our future upon the foundation of peace and love. Shall veil harbor. And upon these two principles, when we learn as a people to do those things, then are we ready for God's kingdom? And y'all's not gonna wait forever. So if you think that he's gonna wait till we get ready, that ain't happening.
That's right.
See, and mankind as a whole is just not gonna do it. And the reason why is that we have too clever of an enemy. He's been around even at our nativity, our creation. So he knows everything about us. But yet still, we have one. See, they got the victory, and that's our pattern. See? But everybody don't want to live up to that. See? And therefore, few are going to be saved.
Amen.
But each and every one of us got to make up in our mind that few I'm gonna be among.
Amen.
And you got to do that, not me. Not just, you got to do it for your own self. And if you don't want to live, like some say, hey, who want to live forever? Well, I don't understand that. See?
How about it?
I mean, where are you gonna live? Because you're gonna live forever. For what are you gonna live?
Now, there are those that don't want to live
Don't
forever.
want it. Heaven on heaven.
That's not the.
I remember when we was growing up and everything, there was someone saying that, hey, they don't want to live till they're 40 years old. Hey, 40 years old is old, hey.
Oh, they're kids.
Yeah, we were kids in school and about that. I never dawned on me about that.
Then when they got to 40, they're gone.
Yeah, when they start getting them 30s and stuff like that changed. Yeah, I said, hey, your time running out on you.
They're pretty good now.
Yeah, right. I don't know what word I was thinking about, but I had one of my classmates, man. He climbed in the back of the car there.
Take us on in.
Yeah.
It's so hard to take them on in.
Wound up in the ditch there. Yeah. Climbed out that front seat, man. Told his buddy to take over. I'm going back and give me some sleep. Crawl on the back seat.
I'm still trying to figure out how you do that and miss the drive.
Huh?
I don't know nobody that switch seats while they driving, period. Even if you did have somebody in the car. You just got to stop and switch seats.
Me and my friend, we did.
Y'all switch seats while y'all driving?
Yeah,
That's just stupidity.
driving the big semi.
It was back then.
Yeah, so he said,
Everybody thought they was doing that.
so where are we going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You walk around and semi.
so he had to stand with him. So when I got closer, then I stand
That's a semi. We talking about a car, right?
Yeah, he's drinking that fight.
You can still do it.
Yeah, I was right. See?
They get brave.
He's drinking that fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is, it is. I agree.
You have on the back seat.
He was in 2 or 3 different levels, and then he was seeing all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's on something else. Some people in the car wasn't there.
Well, his memory got mixed out because he had dropped his partner off, see?
Yeah, there's not more going on than that.
Yeah.
Thought he was still in there talking.
Yeah, he thought he was still in there.
He had more alcohol than him.
He had to. wasn't too sharp when he wasn't drunk.
I don't know, that fighting cousin was pretty rough, man.
Yeah, that's the name of the stuff, fighting cousin.
Yeah.
Put it in the gas tank.
Gotta mix that with something, a whole lot of something.
Yeah,
I see why you crawled in the back seat.
I tried that bread.
So you need to rub down some swords or something.
Well, people drink a lot of stuff, man. People do. Look at hey, now back out look what people are sniffing and doing now.
Yeah.
Rat poison, antifreeze.
Rat poison,
Yeah.
They doing all kinds of stuff. Pain and stuff.
they don't want to live.
That's why you got all the sores on them.
No, they say they doing this so they can live.
So they can live.
Yeah.
Where some of them,
They're trying to escape reality.
Yeah. Propane.
Instead of
propane, yeah.
Guy told me that he said, man, you ain't never tried no drugs. I said, no. He said, man, you don't know what living is. Man, you get high, man, and you floating and carry on, man. You making trips and all that. That's to them is living. And in a way it is. You actually burning yourself up faster.
Yeah, they gotta burn the candle and go in.
Well, look at Slot. He thought he was talking to a boy named Hollywood, because him and Hollywood had got into it, and he didn't like Hollywood. And his best friend drove up in the yard, and he thought he was Hollywood. Shot and blowed his head off.
Wow.
Yeah. Thought he was talking to somebody else. Yeah.
What was he on?
Like the
Formaldehyde.
Said
Yeah.
formaldehyde and
I don't
horse.
know
They
whatever
stick it in
was
a
it
black
was bad
brown
for him.
cigar and they stick it. That's what they do.
Why you say brown?
That's what they do.
Formaldehyde
They
and
they
PCP.
spike it.
They mix it together and then they dip it in the
They
cigarette
dip
or
it,
joint.
Oh, you talking about water?
Yeah, they got water.
And when he come down, he was in jail. That's the first person he asked for, with his best friend. Where's so-and-so at? How come he ain't come see you? Man, what you
They
mean?
risk it, but
And you killed it. Y'all crazy. Y'all know I ain't done nothing like that.
No, you crazy.
Yeah. He was crazy at the time.
I got a cousin now that when the police come, all of them come. He was asking people why they do that. He was on that stuff by 9 of them about New York. To this day, when they come to see him, they come, all of them come. Hey, they did last time.
Our bodies are not meant to take all that stuff. Our bodies are not made to do that kind of stuff. Now they got it out now about the basketball players and stuff and all that. And one guy said about the marijuana.
Yeah.
Talking about ain't nothing wrong with doing the marijuana there, and it don't hurt nothing and those things there, and it's good for you and those things there. My point of it is that is smoking anything good for you? Was the lungs designed for us to smoke?
No.
Well, he talking about they have applications now. The oil from the seeds and stuff like that.
No, he was talking about smoking marijuana.
Oh, he get high.
Yeah, and they was talking about. So he was talking about there's medical stuff, and then they said there's one for entertainment, recreation, right. So he was saying, I don't know why they put a big fuss about that. My question is smoking any good for you?
Right.
I don't care what it is.
Ain't nothing good.
Yeah.
Ain't good for your lungs.
Well, the only difference is one of how they prepare it. One of them is in a clinical situation, which is medical, and the other one is grow it where you want to grow it. It's still the same marijuana, but just that one growed in somewhere, and one growed in the clinical situation. Still marijuana.
They're getting the word now, they can't, wherever, they pass marijuana, legal to use. They can't test the sports players for marijuana no more.
But you could get a car, you
They
get a
can't
contract.
test them because it's legal.
Right. Well, it's not legal in the sense that you can't use it just recreation unless you got a recreation state. But here in Oklahoma, you can only do it if you have a license.
That's what I'm talking about, in the states where it's legal.
Yeah.
They can't test them for.
John,
Right.
it's choice,
Without smoking.
We'll be fine.
But it's just like I said before, is smoking really good for the lungs? You know, for a long time, they contested about tobacco stuff. I said, hey, tobacco, it calmed me down and made me this and all that stuff. And it's good for you. The tobacco covers on, you know, people was getting lung cancers and all that stuff. Can't walk.
The tobacco company's coming back and say, yeah, they know about it, because they did the research on it. Oh, yeah, we done tests, it ain't no body.
But the thing about the cigarettes, though, is they wasn't just smoking tobacco. They was treating the tobacco with chemicals. So you like,
And
not saying that tobacco
So
in
you were
itself is
getting
good for
addicted
you.
to it, right? They were,
Yeah, exactly.
They were
Not
getting
saying that
addicted
tobacco
to
in
it.
itself is good for you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that when they start, right, the stuff that they would add
They
to
were
it.
adding things to make you addicted to it. So
Yeah, that
you
was
can't get
to
away.
make you addicted to, but
Yeah.
but the smoke itself and those things there was not doing any good.
I'm not saying, that's what I said, not saying that tobacco in itself is good for you, but you wouldn't have the health issues that you have today with people who smoke tobacco if they did not add those chemicals into the tobacco.
Yeah, because boy, they went wild, man. Hey,
Now they
there were
say
people,
we got
there was
70
people
chemicals in the
smoking
cigarette.
up
Right,
to
because if you think about
3
it,
or 4 packs a
when
day.
they first started smoking
Yeah.
tobacco, people weren't dying like they are now.
Yeah, that's right. People live long, a lot longer lives before they
Exactly.
start trying to get the customer rate up.
Well, that just makes you smoke more up.
Yeah.
You have to get addicted to it.
Correct.
And that's the problem that causes
Well, I know some guy, but
the
he
cancer
would
rate.
chain smoke. He lighted a cigarette and everything, and before that other one,
You like that other one?
yeah, before the other one get all out, man, he done lit another
I
one.
know.
Change like that.
Your body was not designed for that, there. See? But hey, that was money for them. Yeah, folks. But we need to get ourselves in line for those things there. Now they're legalizing all that kind of stuff. You know, they say, hey, we can make money off of it. Okay, let's do it. See?
One guy told me, he said, man, it's not the tobacco that's getting folks cancer, it's the filter on the cigarette. So I'm gonna smoke non-filter.
That's worse.
Who was this guy? Who's it?
And we at a time of bad technology and truth. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Truth don't mean nothing no more.
You don't. As everybody said, truth is falling in the street. I mean, boy, it sure is. We got a president now that man.
Is he?
Is he smoking something?
No. I mean, he can't make a speech
Just
without
natural.
And then when you get on the debates about it, some of the debates about it, they say about that.
Except him. I didn't say that.
And you push him too far, he'll fire you. If you're working for him.
I don't know what your job is either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, even all the reason fancy stuff. You tell them.
That's what
We would have fired Yeah.
But dear folks, this is a time and age that we're living in that we need to get our act together and move forward, that he might be well with us on that end and care for us. Israel update.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat shalom. Matter of fact, we're gonna start off with that.
With your president?
Yeah. He fired the people that was over the medical thing
Yeah.
because they told the truth.
What?
Yeah.
And he said, nobody better say that. No.
Because they come to him with the truth and told him how bad this corona, thing was. And he fired them because they told him the truth. He fired them people.
Because they came against what he is.
Yeah, because they come against what he had said. Yeah. That's something.
Yes, it is.
And not only that, but this woman that had it, and they was wondering why she get it. Come to find out, she was among the 35 people that was on this ship
Oh.
that they had quarantined, and then they later on let them go. And
So
Trump,
why'd they say
yeah, he was the cause of that.
Well, why'd they say she hadn't been around nobody?
Because they didn't know that she was with these other 35 people.
Okay, I got
They
you.
find that out later.
Oh,
Those people
Yes.
been cleared.
Yes.
I'm confused on that one.
I am.
Because the first question is, okay, have you been around anybody that's been sick lately? What was your last travel? Oh, I was on a ship 2 weeks ago.
Well, some kind of way they missed it there for a while.
It's too
But
stupid.
but
people
then,
to
but then they later on caught up with it. And
Well,
so
did you hear about the dog?
thank God.
Daddy?
The dog got it.
Yeah. And the dog now. Found the dog.
and you know he like to downplay everything. So he downplaying the corona thing now because it's messing up his the economy and the stock market.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not my kid.
And so he downplaying it now, you know. But this is the thing here. This stuff is messing up everybody's economy all over.
So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody losing money.
Stop.
And
Stop.
Yeah.
The draft dropped 11 points.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's Iran, Italy,
Nations, the nations.
yeah, Iraq,
Kuwait.
Kuwait. Yeah, Northeast Africa, all of them people.
In Mexico.
But Trump said,
Mexico. I didn't know Mexico.
Last night, I was watching a little document there about the virus.
Mhm.
Mexico had its first case yesterday.
Mm. Okay.
but Trump said the economy, it wasn't because of the coronavirus, the reason why the economy like it is. He said it was that debate that the Democrats had.
Okay. Well, I guess that debate. I guess that debate is stopping them ships from docking and stopping the airlines from flying. Y'all hear about that? The airlines ain't flying. They ain't going to certain countries. The ships they're not letting the ships dock. So you see how that is hurting the economy.
Look, he said that this gonna.
Yeah.
So why is ours going down the summer then?
You know, mostly everything, well, y'all know that, because they don't even mention this one.
Oh, they had, I forget the name of this. What did I say that name that place was over there in Japan?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't forget.
I never forgot to pronounce this right.
But-
The whole place was
Yeah.
quarantined.
First they come out and said it was so many million people
It
that
was
was
400
affected.
million people.
Yeah, 400 million people was affected.
A couple days later, it was 4,000.
Yeah, a couple days later it was 4,000.
Look at that people.
Yeah. And,
That's what China did. They
Yeah.
dropped the number 400,000 that are in quarantine to 4,000.
Well, they only quarantine them for 14 days.
Huh?
They only quarantine them for 14 days. So yeah, the number will drop in 14 days.
By that many? By 400 million?
yeah.
If you quarantine the whole city of Tulsa for 14 days and you find out you only have 36,000 cases of infecting, yeah, the number's gonna drop.
But look,
No,
how they have so
they
many people dying from it if the cases.
they said was the whole this, and then they showed a picture where they had them boys in them white suits was coming in there dragging them out. Yeah. They was coming in there dragging them out because I guess some of them were saying no. I guess they got in wind of that you know that they might have been infected by it, and they didn't want to come outdoors. No, you got me quarantined, and I ain't coming out. So they went in there and drug them out.
They started testing something and they made it that is in the food, in them hogs.
It's just like that article I gave,
In them hogs.
They eat a lot of dogs in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, white people better stop kissing these dogs in the mouth.
Well,
it was just like that article I read about 2 or 3 cycles ago. I think Shonda read it for me. About them people, like if you go down, you could go down to Walmart in the supermarket and you could get bats.
Right.
They were selling bats,
Bats.
snakes,
Snakes.
rats,
Yep.
and baby wolf puppies.
Yep.
that dog rats.
Where
And-
Dog.
Yeah, and they were saying that the virus started it was in the rat. I mean the bat. Yeah.
They got this thing, they eat over there, it's called a pangolin.
That's it.
Yeah.
Pangolin.
Yeah.
And this thing, he got a hard shell.
Yeah, you almost look like a
Armadillo.
armadillo.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's a pendulum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pendulum.
You got a long old snout on it.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, because they said they eat the droppings from the bats,
Right.
because they dig around and eat the roots and stuff.
That's
And,
brutal.
Eat insects.
and then that's how the pangolin get the virus.
Right.
Is from the bats.
Right.
And then they eat the bats over there.
Right. And then whatever animal eat that animal. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's the food chain.
Right. Mhm.
I think that's what it is.
So if this thing get any worse, it's gonna make it hard on all of us that work. My job and a lot of us jobs. Yeah, cause I guarantee you, if you take these schools around here, and if they have too many outbreaks, some people, parents ain't sending their kids to school, they keeping them home. You ain't gonna have nobody going to school. And if I ain't got nobody to take to school, I ain't got no job. But, and
I was like, y'all need to get yourselves together.
but I know, but I say this, if I have to go to work Monday morning and everybody in there got them white masks on, I'm turning around coming back to the house.
We can let fear paralyze us. We can move on in y'all.
Well,
move out there.
That's
The
right.
the reason the people are so upset now, because they're not hearing the truth about this.
All right.
Yeah, they are not really, a lot of officials are not telling the people the truth about it. Yeah, and that's when a lot of people is getting upset about it, because they're not telling people the truth about it.
Also, I seen on Facebook this week, somebody had sent me this video, well, it was a picture. And I think they had laying them out on the slab just like they would, when they slaughtered an animal. Then they got 2 legs hanging up. And they said they are grinding the human corpse up and putting them in corned beef.
Mhm.
Said don't buy any corned beef. I don't care if it's either here in America or anywhere else. And what China was doing was shipping it to Africa. Selling the corned beef to Africa. Well, no.
There's not very many Africans that get that disease. You know who get them? It's the East African. They're more closer to the Europeans.
They still have.
But I haven't seen any outbreak in certain little small areas of Sierra Leone and others. I've seen a lot more in Ghana.
They got it in Ghana
And Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya.
Because you have a lot of Chinese people there.
You already got a lot of Chinese people there. Right. They got their own community there.
There's a lot of Chinese people in Africa.
What were you
and
gonna say,
that's
sir?
developing countries over there. For their resources.
Oh, yeah, I was saying too, I've been hearing that a lot of people have been using this as an excuse to be prejudiced against Chinese people. And that's true with all the Asian people,
Mm-hmm.
saying, yeah, you brought coronavirus, you got coronavirus. I'm like, I just bring that to you, it'll pass. It was just like, everybody was scared of the swine flu.
Right.
And
Then
SARS.
everybody was scared of Ebola.
All right.
And SARS.
It was a bunch of.
Well-
It's just the latest.
These people, I'm saying, these people eating all this, these people eating all this stuff y'all told them what not to eat.
So that's a curse.
Yeah, so, hey,
Anything might happen.
yeah, right. So, I'm saying like, This here just might be one of the plagues that the Bible's speaking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody vote.
Right.
Well,
I've been around for a while, I ain't going nowhere.
if I see this picture and this Chinese man is standing over a corpse and the leg is off and stuff, I'm gonna believe that.
Okay. They running neck to neck.
Again?
Yeah. And the election gonna be what, the 2nd of March? I think the 2nd of March.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's when they're gonna have the election over there. So. But let us continue to pray for one another that none of these things come nigh us.
We had
Don't say no turkey.
Amen. Oh, hallelujah.
I guess we just some stuff over there in China and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see how much they was gonna charge them for 20?
Yeah.
$5,000.
Yep.
Week and they still can't keep up.
Can't keep up. That's right.
3M. They the ones who make the facial masks.
Right.
Makes them mad.
Yeah, I was like,
They talk.
And then they say they ain't, and they don't guarantee that that's.
They said it. I mean, I don't know if everybody been paying attention. China, they got it through their eyes. So what is that? I mean, what are you gonna do about that?
and you can get it from, if they cough and you walk into it.
It's like a sneeze.
I say it's
They need to have eye goggles on.
You need a full body suit.
Now, what's the ones that the firemen use,
Respirator.
like a shield.
yeah, the whole top part?
Yeah, that's respirator. I mean, amazing. That's a mask, protective mask.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
With the respirator.
Yeah.
I saw a lady, I had to go to Walmart yesterday. I saw a lady, black lady coming in and she had a mask on. I looked over there and said, I'm gonna let it go on.
Yeah.
Well, now I wore it for my allergy because wind be blowing and stuff in my
Yeah.
eye,
But I'm just saying that you got to go thinking about that, Any other time I'm gonna give it a second thought.
Hey, somebody sneeze close to me and I'm like, yo. Hey,
Are you gonna get on a plane? Everybody in there sitting up with masks on.
I turn right around and go and make off.
Plane is in the air.
These are small things that's gonna take place, all those things that's going forth, that men's heart failing for fear of the things that's coming up on them, and he gives you some thoughts and everything, but nevertheless, we gotta get prepared and to go forth on those things there. One other thing I want to say, and then I'm gonna be through with this here. The European countries got together and sent a letter to Trump, blasting him about this century, the deal of the century. And told him that now that's the worst deal.
Oh, buying the people of the country?
Huh?
Buying the people of the country?
No.
It's peace plan.
This peace plan.
Yeah, he was buying one, $50 billion, and give him $50 billion to the people.
yeah. I told you that was part of the report from the RAD Institute. They said that that's the only way that you're going to be able to either war or you're going to have to buy the Palestinians off. That's the only way that those two can come to a
Peace deal. See, that's what I'm doing. And it is messed all up.
But that ain't his. That's the thing. That's the thing everybody keep yelling at him about. That's not his plan.
He said it
That's his son-in-law's plan. Everybody know he didn't put that plan together. His son-in-law been working on that plan.
See,
Well, he might claim about it, then he
you ain't been around Trump, have you? You
Trump ain't never really put no work together.
Yeah.
everything.
Trump is a businessman.
And he's a genius.
He make deals, okay?
No,
Delegate.
your company don't come down and wait. No, don't do no copy. Don't do no nothing. when I worked at Amoco, the big bosses didn't come down there and do nothing.
Of course not.
But yet, when he came down there, this is a student, you know.
It's good.
That's right, yeah, right.
We know a guy who did this. We get with him.
Right, right. But that's just the way things going in there. But now, what happened was that, and I think we made mention about it. He said that Jerusalem is not going to be divided. We're going to keep Jerusalem a single city and everything there. And we're going to have East Jerusalem for the Palestinians and the other part for Israel. Now, what do that sound like to you?
It sounds like you divide the city.
Yeah! Yeah! And they said, come on. And the Palestinians say, see, this is why we can't trust this man.
But then they say speak with false tongue.
Yeah, right. This is why we can't do it. No, we don't trust him for nothing. He gonna allow them to build a tunnel from Gaza to the West Bank over there, you know, like that. And Israel will say, you think we're gonna go for that? They're gonna build a tunnel all the way across Israel there and all that, and that's gonna be off limits. You know, they can't check it, can't do that. I mean, they already run the elephants and everything else through the tunnel. Really? They got them tunnels. Yeah, I mean, they run everything through there.
Yeah, they get rolled like that. They're gonna be all in TNT.
That's what I said. But there's no way to resolve this issue outside of war.
And the Europeans told them, and then it says that we already got the rules and regulations for them to have peace, and that's the only solution that we're gonna go along with and all that. And that's a two-state plan, and Israel must return back to the 1967 borders. Resolution 2, what?
242.
Still yet, that's what the whole premise is all about. And they said, and they're gonna force them back to that. Their folks, get prepared for those things. Yeah, God's words got it right.
Not only that, but Trump's cabinet voted for that. You remember when he said he said that he didn't really believe in the two-state solution, but the rest of his cabinet voted against him. That.
Well, the Congress did too.
Yeah.
But you know, he can't go along with it for one reason. One reason.
What about?
That's right. Because Obama went along with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's so neck and neck with Netanyahu. They got some kind of special relationship going on that it'll never work because Netanyahu's not gonna go for that two-state solution. He ain't going for it. So it's gonna have to wait till he get out of office before that can happen.
Well, it might not be too far anyway.
Won't be long. Long as you.
Netanyahu said that after he saw what Trump did on his getting acquitted and everything there, Netanyahu said he is not going to go for no plea deal. They was trying to get him to go for a plea deal, and he said he ain't going for no plea deal. Yeah, he said I'm completely innocent. Trump proved himself.
Nah, Trump had a whole bunch of people on his side. Like they didn't care whether he was guilty or not.
That's what I'm going to say.
That's what I said.
The only reason why Trump got off everything is because they didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't. Right.
That's why I said, does Netanyahu got people working for him?
Apparently.
Like Vladimir Putin, whatever his name.
Apparently so.
Yeah, get off.
He said, now they were trying to get him to go to go for a plea deal. He said he ain't going for that. So, corrupt in high places and those things there. As far as
You know, Trump, they supposed to sign that deal today with Palestinians, with not the Taliban.
yeah, Taliban, right.
Today,
Today?
yeah.
Who's going to sign?
Trump.
Trump don't
Agreement with the Taliban, with the Taliban.
Okay, yeah.
And they don't want to too much do that because of some credit. Because former President Obama is the one that got Bin Laden.
You know, they got to withdraw some troops, you know, in this deal. And the troops that's gonna be left is gonna be 8,000 this time. So he ain't gonna be doing too much of nothing because Obama did that. He left 8,000 troops there. So,
Yeah, so what?
That's gonna be fake news.
Let's move on forward. Y'all gonna vote him in again for another 4 years.
So who in?
Trump.
Well, those that don't vote is gonna be the issue. Because those that don't want to vote because they're not quote unquote.
Well, I guess I'm guilty.
What's gonna be the issue?
But,
What's gonna be the issue, man?
Yeah, because people gonna sit home. I ain't gonna vote for nobody. That's when you get sent. You remember, our vote counts. Put our delegates up there, whoever we're gonna be. If we don't vote, then this man getting there is not gonna be our fault. But I'm gonna vote.
all right, that's good.
Gonna vote?
Yes, we'll vote. You vote.
Okay.
I think the last time we voted,
You know you breaking Torah, right?
What's that?
You know you breaking Torah, right?
What?
If you vote, you know you breaking Torah, right?
No.
You do.
Hey,
If you vote in the presidential election,
Scripture tells us never to set no one over top of us that's not one of us.
well, we need to move out of this country.
you need to quit your job.
You need to quit your job.
When we move out of this country, we were bought in.
No, in regards to my boss gonna rule my life.
No, because they don't rule out every aspect of our life.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Not every aspect.
What aspect they don't rule?
We have freedom of religion. And I,
Okay.
we sing it here.
It's gonna come to
At least
our
right now. Right, he's right.
They had no show for that, they didn't even enforce it. They don't wanna bring it out, like, and all that.
Hello. Hello.
I vote y'all. I vote for you.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
y'all be careful. It's tricky.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm glad everybody knows.
I'm learning how to try to get this together here. I'll let it in there. All righty. We're gonna have a song here. We have a congregational song with all of my heart. Y'all don't want part of our heart, it wants all of it.
Oh, yeah.
The whole letter.
Oh, that ain't.
Did you get it set up? Hallelujah. Eternal life is worth it. Just in case you don't think it is. It is worth it.
Yes, sir.
Let us get life, and it might be well with us. Let us go forth in doing those things that is causes us to be worthy. And let me tell you something, it's not that hard once we start getting ourselves in line with it. The thing of it is to get yourself in practice of doing it. It's something about this body here. If you get in the habit of doing something, you know, it makes it easier once you start. Yeah. But now, there ain't no excuse for getting old now. You just got to compensate that in there. You just can't do like you used to do. Yeah.
I remember when Leo first retired, she said she'd be going somewhere and head straight to the job.
Oh yeah. Next thing you know, boom! I'm going this way. And every time I was, yeah. Yeah, you should go on home too and everything there. And you get to run. Now I'm headed back. What I'm doing over here? So as I said, you know, they just automatically volunteer. Just you just do those things there. So we ever get it trained and get it adapted in the way of righteousness. That's helpful for us. Yeah, right. There you go. And we got so much stuff. The pause in our mind against doing that which is right is the real danger. All the worldly commercials and all other stuff is against. That's why we ain't got a chance on just we'll be detuned against it.
That's right.
24/7.
Those guys in charge of program.
That's right. And television and all things, yeah, man, and everything, you know, radio, you know, it's just like Christmas time comes along. Man, they hit you with a Christmas music, the Christmas everything, man.
Yeah.
This is so sound good.
Yeah. You got stupid black kids running around there hollering. Stupid black kids are good. That's what you saying.
You must be wrong to want to get there.
That program into some crazy stuff like that there.
Yeah, how about saying that dreaming of the white Christmas in New Orleans, it ain't no, it don't even snow.
All
They
right.
got about 2 weeks of winter.
Right. It just don't seem like it, cause you know it ain't snowed and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm glad it ain't snowed. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't like this.
Because it's strong.
But because we are programmed and inundated with that over and over on the television and all everything and on the radios and everything advertising and stuff. Dear folks, we need to get ourselves adapted, and that's why the enemy want to deform you, and that's why he do not want you to conjugate together where you can get the strength and get that help and everything. He wants you to forsake the assembling yourselves together and everything there, because he wants you to keep you out there to himself, and you know, where he can steady pausing you and program you from all the time. Yes.
It kind of remind me of what we saw on the film Friday night, where the slaves, they didn't have no rest and they, you know, worked from sun up to sundown. But then they had special days that they allowed them. One was Christmas and then on Sundays.
Oh yeah, right.
So that's way back they program.
And man, we done got addicted to this. We done got addicted to the television, the radio, or something. Got to have something. We done got addicted to it.
Cell phone.
Yeah, but I let you go off.
And you're lost, weren't you?
My wife got mad at me, man.
Man, you want to talk to something?
Thought you get paid real.
She was upset. You got to do something. I said, what am I supposed to do? I ain't going to run that phone, bro. You got to get something turned on here. So get something. Hey, I can't stand this house. This house is too quiet and everything. Man, I had to go dig up, get me. I had to go dig up my old battery operated radio and stuff. Put some battery in that bad boy. Get that bad boy turned on. She's all right. Did nothing. Oh, okay.
You have to invent something more.
When you get that there, you put the batteries in there, get all that stuff and everything in there, hey, she was all right then. I said, yeah, got the radio on and everything. But you got to have something on. Yeah. And that's just what it is now. I was checking my own self out the other day. I came home and everything there, man. Couldn't find I'm looking for the remote.
Yeah, can't go to push the button, gotta find
Yeah.
Man, let me go turn this off.
I'm looking for the remote, man. And let me tell you something, man. I said, I'm kind of tired. I need to give me the rest. But let me tell you something. I didn't get no rest until I found that remote.
So you said the thing about that remote.
I mean, I kept moving, telling me, I got me something in there. I go to Hollywood, hey, you know, move something, look around. You'll find it. It's in there. Yeah. Turn it over. Go in there, crawl up in the bed and look at it and relax, look at it.
Now mine turn off itself. You close down too long, it cut off.
Yeah, we got a sleep mode on
Yeah,
that.
because it's small, it got it a smart TV.
Yeah.
I got 2 or 3 extras. Remote.
Remote.
I lose one and get them patient and all another. And then next thing I'm gonna find another.
I just show you how independent we get on to stuff. You know, like I said, am I really that bad? Well, I was that bad. Huh?
We're programmed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what would if we just do those things about God? And that's what I thought. I said, boy, if I had the heart to do those things, I see what David was talking about now. If I had the heart to, I see what he's talking about now. You just had that there to do those things. Yeah, man, boy, Satan wouldn't have a chance with us.
Amen.
He wouldn't have a chance with us.
That's right. So true.
You see? But nevertheless, God still gave us the full course plan that will not fail on that end there. And we just need to get our act together to follow through. I ask you to bow your heads now for our Torah, for our Barak, our Tanakh Baraka. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe. You have given us your Torah, the writings and the prophets, and the written out desired by thy great spirit, and have commanded us to diligently teach them unto our children, unto our people, and all people of the earth. And let all you say, Amen. But you know, God's record didn't turn out too good either. You know that? God allowed 120 years. How many people were saved?
8. One family.
One family. I mean, one family.
Can't mess with them.
Ain't that something?
That's a thing. Tuned in.
That is the great disadvantage that we have with the enemy that we got against us. He know, he's nothing to play with. He's nothing to sneeze. See, you need a lot of help.
That's true.
Because as I said before, everything suffered because of that there. And but we're gonna get it together. Our Torah read for this week's Parashah is from the book of Exodus, the 25th chapter, starting at the first verse through the 27th chapter and the 19th verse. That is Shemot 25:1 through the 27th chapter and the 19th verse. Our Haftorah reading is taken from the book of 1 Kings, the 5th chapter, starting at the 26th verse through the 6th chapter and the 13th verse. That is 1 Kings 5:26 through the 6th chapter and the 13th verse. This week's Parashah is Parashah 19, Terumah. And it means donation or contributions or offering.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Scripture reading is taken from 1 Kings, the 6th chapter, 7 through the 13th verse. 1 Kings 6, page 330, 373, and 374. For the house when under construction was built of stone prepared at the quarry, so that no hammer, chisel, or iron tool of any kind was heard in the house. The lowest floor was on the south side of the house. A spiral staircase went up to the middle floor and on to the third. So he built the house, and after finishing, he put its roof on, cedar planks over beams. Each floor in the house was 8 3/4 feet high, and was attached to the house with beams of cedar. Then this word of Adonai came to Shlomo concerning this house which you are building. If you will live according to my regulations, follow my rulings, and observe my mitzvot, and live by them, then I will establish with you my promise that I made to David your father. I will live in it among the people of Israel, and I will not abandon the people of Israel, my people, Israel. May Yah add a special blessing to the reading of his word.
Sometimes we're not fully aware of what we are saying and what are we requiring and what we have a desire for. And we think that it's like anything else that we can come up with or conjure up with. But when we're dealing with our God, it's totally different from those things.
Right.
See, because he's in a different realm, he's in a different, whole setup than what we are.
Mhm.
Those things there. And so anything that he set forth and he done, we can't take lightly. We have to understand all the reasons for those things. Because I guarantee one thing, it's always for our good.
Right.
Amen.
To deliver us out of the house of bondage. See? And we had some stupid ones that didn't even want to go.
Mhm.
See? They were all ready to go, but they said, well, when adversity comes, they tell you the truth about it. See, Moshe, we told you to leave us alone. We told you that we was all right, even though we, from sun up to sundown. We looking at the film about slavery, and what it was, and they were from every inch of the sun. Well, I guess that's why they were Sunday and Sunday, from sun up to sundown, they had to work. You work for the master. And you didn't get no pay for that. Why? Because you belong to him. See? And therefore, who would like that then? Who was that? Our master was good to us. He only whooped us 2 or 3 times a week.
And living conditions are horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have mercy.
They didn't understand the point of it is, that he was preparing the medicine for them. No, that shouldn't happen. Because Yah said you wouldn't let me teach you. You wouldn't follow my instructions because you don't want to do it. But now somebody else did it where you don't have no chance and the opportunity to do it at all, and then then you do it. So God brought our ancestors out, got them into the wilderness out there, and those things there, and they really didn't know what to do, and so God had to come up with some stuff for them. So we're gonna step out here, and all this happened within a year after they had gotten out of Egypt. Exodus 19:19. Read that, and you have to tell people. People need to know what you have in mind for them. Okay.
As the sound of the shofar grew louder and louder, Moshe spoke, and God answered him, saying, Go down and warn the people not to force their way through to Adonai to see him. If they do, many of them will perish. Even the Kohanim who
See what that says.
8.
Verse 8.
Okay. All the people answered as one. Everything Adonai has said, we will do. Moshe reported,
Just hear what he says. See? That's all God ever requires us to do. Just follow my instructions.
right,
One, where they said, okay, this is what we're going to do.
mhm,
Whatever you say and all that, that's what we're going to do. You think they meant that? You think they didn't mean that? Ain't that something that teaches us about people? They think. I hear these people holler, Lord, use me in a special way. Lord, I don't want just, oh Lord, woo! Yeah, they're going to get all excited and get the use me in a special way. Yeah. And God said, okay, count to 7.
Oh, no, I can't.
You know? Wait. You can't do this simple stuff in there, and I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna
The special way they have to go through serious training.
exactly.
They don't understand what that means.
And that's it. They don't understand what it means.
Y'all use Joseph in a special way.
Exactly.
And look what he went through.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody uses the special way to do stuff.
Please understand that. And that's why I tell folks when they get to talk on that, do you know what you're asking for? The Mashiach was used in a special way.
Yeah, you spreading love.
Do you realize what he had to go through?
Yeah.
He went through some things. Ezekiel used in a special way. Oh, we can go through a whole list of them.
Abraham, he was a special way too.
So people, you need to understand when you're dealing with our God and everything that be careful of what you say and to do those things there, because hey, you know, he just might grant that. So we get to this point here where they said, okay, hey, we're gonna whatever you say do and all that stuff there, that's what we're gonna do and everything. So now when he said those things, Yah started coming down and said, okay, we said you're gonna do this, here's my instructions. But you know that that's what happens after you, once you want to get that special relationship with God, it comes instructions, right?
Right.
right.
You don't turn you loose and do whatever you want to do. Can we understand it? Can we get that through our minds? But somewhere, these things has gotten messed all up. Actually, God was coming down, see? God was coming down to satisfy their desire. Because they were the one that was hollering about Moshe was lying and Moshe wasn't really talking to nobody. So God said, I'm going to come down here to take care of all of that and do this here. Everything was going on good until he started giving them his instructions.
Mhm.
And then that other part come out then. See, are we still that way today? As long as things are going nice and all those things here, you know, and I kind of see this in dealing with folks. You start dealing with folks a certain thing and all that, they all right and everything, but then you'll start dealing with them some other things, but that's it. They're all. But let me tell you something there, folks. God is a require of all these things.
You know what it is with people, they so used to doing things one way, and then when you bring something new to them, they think it's wrong. You know.
But you said one day, it's hard to learn new stuff when you're old. It's hard to learn new stuff when you're old.
someone was getting attached and get locked down
Mhm.
into our possessions too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And we get the wrong picture of those things there.
Mhm.
See?
Right.
God comes along and after the shut down all that, we know what happened to him after that there. You know, they said all those things there. He's dealing with the same folks. And God says, go to we're gonna go to Exodus, the 25th chapter. I'm gonna start reading the first verse. God's still giving them instruction now because they done said it. Whatever you say do, we're gonna do. Whatever you want to do, you know, they still in that favor. They still in that attitude, you know. Hopefully that's what they at. See, hopefully you got people in that. See? You know, the thing over there, and like I said, lady, she called up and said, do y'all have any dress code? And I told her yes. And then when I started telling her about what it was, I could hear her.
What they ask for.
But I ain't got no this and I ain't got none of that. Later, I didn't ask you what you had or not. You the one come and ask me about it. Yeah. Now you gonna come educate me. I don't think God's gonna be worried about what you wear and all that stuff there. I said, lady, you asked about our dress code.
Hers is
You got the wrong number.
she a Christian and hers is coming you up. That's why
Okay.
she didn't want to dress any different from what she had.
Well, you asked and I told you. God, Israel said ask and God told them. Let's see what God told them to do here.
All right. First verse says, 25:1. Adonai said to Moshe, tell the people of Israel to take up a collection for me.
Oh, do you know that's a bad word? Collection. He wants my money. Yeah. He ain't getting my money. I worked too hard for my money. Y'all got this, y'all got to pay this, y'all got to do that. Yeah, we do this here because we got a bill in there, you know. You can't go to the electric company and tell them that, you know, we.
Serving the Lord, we don't think we're going to pay that.
Yeah, right. And I said, then y'all will be the first one to complain. It's set up in the end. Ooh, it's cold. How come the heat ain't on? Well, I went down to the gas company. And they said, we got a big bill down here. And I said, well, may the Lord bless you. Yeah. May the Lord bless you and everything. Now, I'm saying a prayer for you and everything. Mister, you don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't want your prayers and all that stuff. I want your green.
Yeah.
And therefore it costs them to do anything. Huh? I ain't going back over that there, man. It ain't come over there, it's hot over there. But if you say take up a collection, that's when we pay these bills and all that shit there. Hey, there they go. So God said, okay, here's what you want. You want to have that special relationship with me. You want to do those things there, and you want to have that. Take up a collection. I'm gonna find out. Now we're gonna start finding out about these folks. What he say? Go read on because God has requirements.
Accept a contribution from anyone who wholeheartedly wants to give.
There you go. Whoa. God said, I want you to take it and I want you to do those things because you're the one that said you want to have this special relationship with me. You're the one that said those things there. So I want you to take up a collection See? From those that willingly, wholeheartedly is in for this project. Let them keep this stuff. But those that see that this is an important situation, those that see that this is a thing that I'm asking for, because after all, this is part of what you asked for. Read on.
Third verse says, the contribution you are to take from them is to consist of gold, silver, and bronze.
Oh yeah, I remember them. Went to one of who was going to Sunday church there, and they get the deacons. They get the deacons to come up there to start to take up the collection and everything there. And Brother so and so's gonna lead the what you call it, and he get up there. He reach in his pocket. He pull out one of the greenbacks, and then he pop a little bit. He said, "Don't make no noise." Throwing all the pennies in there and no nickels and some dime. You go back and get some of that greenback. That's all I want to see falling in there. That's what I want to see going in there. And that's how they were done. And boy, they get you worked up too, man. Yeah. Y'all ain't get what y'all supposed to do. Yeah, yeah. You ain't getting in the spirit of what I'm talking about.
We're gonna be here all day. You gave it up. Y'all gonna get out of here. Y'all gonna get this right.
Like this one guy I know, he went to church with this lady, and they passed the basket around. He put $1 in. So I guess that that services, I guess it passed around again, and he couldn't hear me, so he talked loud. He said, "I already put $1 in, ain't putting no more in." And that lady said, so everybody looking at her, looking over there, say, "I'm never gonna."
Oh yeah, if you dating, if you put money in there when you get together with you got to think with that. Oh yeah.
But see, but God said He had to do us that way because hey, we got an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And so them deacons know that they had a certain amount to do, and that's why they call them certain deacons, because he gonna get them charged all up with putting a certain amount in and everything. And so we want to make this an all-day project, you see. So he's telling them, hey, if we start off right, we'll end up right. Yeah? But if you start out putting nickels and dimes and stuff, we're gonna be here all day. This gonna be all day long. So God told him specified out what he wanted him. Read that again. What he say?
It said, accept a contribution from anyone who wholeheartedly wants to give. The contribution are to take from them is to consist of gold,
silver,
and bronze.
Started out with the gold.
Yeah.
See? But I'll bring some bronze. I'll bring some tin. No. He said start out with that gold first.
Right.
But does God require stuff that requires or asks us to do something we can't do? No. People say that the Lord knows if I had it, I'd do it. But I gotta see this here for myself here. I got to eat, and I got to go. I got to have that new dress, and I got to have, I got to do something. I got to have this car payment. I got to do all this, and then if I got all that there, and then if I got anything else left, I see what I can peel off of. God, that was out in the wilderness, dear folks. There wasn't no jobs out there for them to go to work at and all those things. They was out there, and God still asking them for it. I do it. Hey, God's not ignorant. So, did God ask them to do for something that they didn't have? No. And we're going to start reading at the 35th verse. There.
The people of Israel had done what Moshe had said. They had asked the Egyptians to give them silver and gold, jewelry, and clothing.
Now, what was it that God asked them for? He said, God asked them for gold and silver. God don't ask them for something that we ain't got.
That he provided for it.
That now you're following. You expect me to do that? That you have. Yeah. And that's the same thing. I want you to get this, dear folk. We got these folk running around and hollering about reparations. 400 years is supposed to be up and we're going to get some reparations and everything there. Why are you going to get it? For what? What you going to do with it? Yeah. God just didn't give them reparations. Now, didn't give them that favor and everything there when they leave here just to be giving it to them. Our God sees in the future.
Amen. Way in the future.
We got these niggas running around here now talking about, hey, going up there to the white man and going up there to the white man. You got to give up. I want my, what is it? I want my 40 acres and a mule. What you going to do with it?
A lot of people, defenders had land, they moved off, took it back. Whose land is that? We don't know, we ain't never seen the kids.
First of all, if they try to give you a mule right now, you wouldn't take it. You be trying to sell that mule for you? Hey, we move forward. I don't want a mule, I want a tractor.
Hey, it be the same thing with a lot of folks. They sell the tractor too.
Hey, it's your tractor to sell. Exactly.
They gave it at the farm with it.
You're not serving the purpose for which they gave it to you for.
Once it's mine, I do what I want with it.
They promised to give you those things there for a purpose and to do those things there. God allowed them to have favor with the Egyptians and all that there. They didn't go to Pharaoh and to ask Pharaoh for that. They didn't go to the government to ask for that reparations. Where did they go? They went to the people. But we want to run to the government. I drive up around in Tulsa, right, and I look over there, and businesses and stuff that black folks had that belonged to them, their kids couldn't wait. I don't want that business. I ain't getting that to hey. Same people that did programs, they can't wait to sell it to them. Then they run around hollering, the white man own all this and the white man own. Yeah, because you lazy, don't want.
No, that's just like green. Some of the black businesses they had down there, they sold out.
Well, give them a little, I kind of give them a little break on that there, on down there in Greenwood and all that. But I'm talking about these places around here that ain't had that situation. The parents, the children and stuff don't want to do it.
If they don't sell it, they lose it for taxes.
They all-
Won't even pay the tax.
Yeah, why you pay the taxes on the place? Cleaning business and stuff down here, just right down the street there and everything. You go down there, ain't there no more?
Was it profitable?
Huh?
Was the business profitable?
Yeah, a lot of folks is going down.
I mean, you can get a lot of business, don't mean you're always profitable.
Well,
Well, them had been there for years.
Everything was
there's
paid for,
one,
everything was profitable, the electricity.
there was one, what's his name? They had cleaners for a long time,
Farley,
Farley. And look what happened. She, right, that's what I was gonna bring out. He had that cleaners for years, and it was real active, you know?
I run a place.
They redid the place, you know, and everybody had it looking nice.
Yeah, I took my business there. Then they had one boy down there, Horns.
Yep.
A lot of folks doing, hey, they don't want to do those things. But here, I don't want to get sidelined on what in the building of sanctuary and everything there. And he asked for the contributions. He said, don't come out there bringing that little other stuff and everything there. Bring out that silver, that gold. And I know that you got. Because I gave you favor with them for this purpose. Even all that. I guess he wanted me to keep it for myself. You sure that's the reason why God bless you to get those things and everything? Man? What about his program? What about the things that he's got going and everything? You don't want to have a sharing with those things, yeah? Because I'm here to tell you something, dear folks. If you don't make the sharing, if you don't do it with the good, you'll do it with the bad. Mm-hmm. What I mean by that? These same people, Israel, when it comes time to build these be the gods, where did they get that from? Where did they get it from? Who supplied the gold?
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I did.
For God.
Yeah, I did. They was probably looking at the people. They was looking at the people.
They was out in the wilderness.
Same source.
They didn't have a job. Same situation. But when it was time, they don't use it for God, and we don't use it for that, you're going to use it for something. And this all excuse about it. If I had and if I did, that's why he told them, tell them to bring out that gold. Tell them to bring. See? Because don't come throwing up some shack, don't come throwing up some more half-baked thing for me.
I know what you got.
See? But yeah, see, when it came to them gods and everything, you brought the gold out there, man. Laid it out there. And rejoiced and was happy about it. So God said, I got a requirement. Let them build me a sanctuary that I might come and dwell in, and I want certain things. Because if I leave up here, you'll throw me up a little shotgun thing. So Israel had the funds because God seen to it, because God knew what was going to require and what he wanted, and God did those things, and God blessed them with favor for that. Whatever they asked the Egyptian, that they gave it to them. Oh yeah, right. God set up that shit for years, like we've been teaching for years to get reparations. Then ought to let us know something too. Something's going on, something strange going on. The Chinese and the other folks didn't have to do all that special stuff to get their operations.
That's right. Everybody got a butter.
And that was the thing that got me to. I said, wait a minute now. Why did all these other folks can able to get it, and when it comes to us, we can't get? God ain't in that. But you talking against your own self and all that. Hey, I'm just being realistic about today.
You got no plan.
Because a lot of these folks that I talk to that talk about that stuff there, they got selfish and personal reasons why they want it and got nothing to do with no God. And if you got those things and all that, they ain't gonna do it but hurt yourself and mess yourself up worse. You can change the situation now. There are those things there. But Yah told them, bring me the gold, bring the silver, bring the brass. And oh yeah, you ladies too. Y'all don't get by either. That fine linen that y'all got, ooh, that girl, ooh, she had a nice, pretty, ooh, that nice. See, they had that nice silk stuff in there, and ooh, and I just got me up. Ooh, I can see this pretty dress I'm gonna be wearing. Ooh, I know I'm gonna be looking good in that and everything. There, God should bring that on over too.
Don't get you in trouble.
Now he said only those that had the willing mind. But what willing mind do they have to have?
Giving it up.
They had to have a willing mind that it was more important for them to build a house of God, have God dwell among them, than for them to have that pretty dress. Mm-hmm. Or to have them gold rings. Or walking around with that gold and everything and it shining and everything and all of that, you know. And that's where it is with us. We got to value those things. If we don't value those things, we ain't going to volunteer to do nothing. And that's what God said, I won't. See? What do you value more? Mm-hmm. So they had it to give. God blessed them with it. And it's up to them to make a decision as to what they're going to do with it.
Right.
See? And if you value this here more than that there, that's what you do. They value having a God, them gods, and that's why they have no problem bringing it to him. See? But what did Israel do? What did Israel do? Let's go back and see what Israel did. Exodus 25, 8 and 9.
They are to make me a sanctuary so that I may live among them.
Whoa, did you get that? Why did God ask them for that?
So make a sanctuary to live among them.
Right. I'm doing it for your favor.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I know how you is. I know how your heart is. Therefore, I'm gonna be control of all this here because y'all ain't dealing with me like I said. Y'all ain't sticking me out no little hut somewhere. See? He said, we been there. Oh, yes, we would. Yes, we would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Through the years, Israel did that.
Mm-hmm.
God had to send the prophet and say, hey, look, y'all all sitting in y'all silly houses. Yeah. Pass by this and look what y'all got for me. Yeah. Walk into your house and everything, and but I want them to understand if it is for you to do that. How important is it for me to be among you? You make that determination. You just ain't gonna stick me in just anything. So therefore, break out that gold That is up to my standards. That show forth that I am the most important. The instructions of what he wanted. But do you know that was per God's instructions? Every aspect of it. The curtains, the loops. In our Torah reading service for today. And it had to be done exactly like what he said. And yet still, when it comes to our bodies, and you don't care nothing about what your body is, then what is he dwelling in then? He said, Lord, see, I'm fit to go in here. I'm gonna show out a little to you. I'm gonna get ugly. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell this one a piece of my mind. He said he went on there and told a piece of mine and all that stuff in there, they ate out there. Then he come back and then came back and said, okay, Lord, I can get that. All right, let's go. You ready to go back now? Okay. My God don't work like that. My God don't operate like that. Now, their God might be able to do those things, and they might be able to do it, but our God don't work like that, therefore. And if you got any idea of thinking that our God is like that, there, you got the wrong impression.
Right.
Even you would get upset about some stuff like that. Therefore, he told him the purpose and why he was asking him for the contribution. You don't see no value in me coming and doing those things. You don't understand that situation there. Then you're the one that's in trouble. Yeah, as if we're the one that started. All these folks doing all that. I said, I got to do what all the other folks say. You asked me a question, I told you. Well, I ain't gonna be a part of that. I said, hey, the branch of Jerusalem. That forefather that you claim that you say is your forefather, he the one that said that. But you know, when we start talking about that money, when we start talking about when we get touchy, we get all bent out of shape. See? But one good thing about God, and that's the attitude I have.
Amen.
He said, them that don't want to do it, don't give them a hard time about that. See? Because this is why I'm restricting you, and I'm telling y'all, I want this thing built just exactly like I said, just to my specifications. Go to 1 Kings, the 5th chapter. And you're going to start reading the 13th verse. Y'all going to have this. Here's Steve, the one that's in control about it. I want you to get this. Please understand that. Because a lot of, well, I didn't have that attitude about that. Because I didn't have the attitude. Yeah. He said, hey, you still get out on me and yo. You should be worried about what they're doing. You should be controlling over. I said, not so. I ain't seen that. Well, I let people say, but hey, if I can control and find out what's all going on, I ain't paying. I ain't doing here. See? See? And I eat when I want to eat. See?
There's a scripture says to bring all, no, it's not bring all these titles in heaven.
Yeah.
Where neither moth nor rust.
That's what the Mashiach told us.
So you're saying that we got a heavenly sanctuary up in heaven? Is there?
There is
where the what I'm trying to say. And where the priesthood is at? Where the king, where he's at? Because he says in heaven. So how are we gonna do it?
I want you to understand some
How are we
things
gonna do
here.
that?
This sanctuary that I want you to do, I want you to be. I went to sanctuary. Hey, I bought my money. God said, no. The Levites, they're the one that's gonna do that there.
First of all, it wasn't their money. Y'all claim.
Contribution that is for this purpose. But even at that,
He said
it
that
lets you know that you don't have control of that. See, we like to think that we give those things, then we still got control over it. We still gonna rule over it. No, you don't. You don't.
10,000. They would stay a month in the Lebanon and 2 months at home. Adoniram and another 80,000 stone cutters in the hills, besides Shlomo's 3,300 supervisors who were in charge of the people.
He's the one that had control over it. You can't do it. That's why I said when you start wanting to be that special or be a part of it, you got to be able to understand how you got to go through. And God said, no, you can't do it. I'm taking all my money. You ain't gonna do it. So and so. And let him do it. Let him save the money for it. Then I'm taking all my money. It's my money. Is that what David did?
No.
That's exactly right. And lo and behold, his son Solomon built that. If our hearts ain't right on those things there, that don't even work. Another builder. The stones that was used in that temple could not be chipped, could not be shaped, could not be hammered out on the site. All that stuff had to be done at the court.
Wow.
If they bought a stone there and it fit in and everything there, I just need a little chip here and a little chip there. Fit in. Because you know what they had to do with that stone?
Bring back to the party.
That's right. They had to go all the way back to the quarry. The reason for all these things that God required of us. Because he was holding us for the final thing that is to go forth. You gotta lose people that's gonna fit in and all things. Why do you think I tell folks, and I say this and all that, and I really mean this with all my heart and everything, why do you think I tell folks preaching about the point of the two principles that this house stands for? Knocked off and everything. They had to know how to do that. They had to hide. Why you need one built like that there? Don't worry about what they did. Yeah. You go to Zechariah the 6th chapter.
And tell him, Adonai Zebaoth says.
That's the point I want you to get. We don't like to follow instructions. We don't like nobody to tell her. Now we think that God just, hey, that's all up to us. We just do whatever we want to do and all that. No, not and fit into his building, not to fit into his. 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, and he's going to read it the 16th through the 18th verse there. We're going to see how God is doing it. Just as I said before, if you want to read about the other one there that we read today and what was taught on here, Corinthians 3, started the 16th. God said, I can't come dwelling in any place. You just can't just throw up anything for me to come and dwell. So we start doing all kind of stuff to destroy this temple. What is this temple? What are you talking about?
His body,
Body.
his body.
Me and oh yes, it's still binding today.
I am the Lord.
Yeah, right. Therefore, look, let's don't be ignorant of these things here. God is not ignorant. God is not. Therefore, go out there, hey, you go out to the pot house, you go out to you go out to the punk rock place, you go out to the LBGT place, and you use this body to substantiate, to promote that kind of stuff. They got him on the line. He's a. They want to know what he's gonna be called when he go to.
Yeah, right.
And you make president, what he gonna be called? Is he gonna be called the first? Yeah.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Booty.
They gonna come in because he's the wife. He ain't the husband in that relationship.
Huh? He's the wife.
Husband.
Get married to another man.
I didn't even know dude was married. I knew he was gay, but I didn't know he was married.
He's got to be the girl.
And this dude is still in the race?
Yeah.
Oh, but you gotta remember, you got a lot of gay folks, you know.
Yeah, he had his husband.
Tinker and cheat.
He had his husband on there one day and they was kissing.
Yeah, he's wife. These are things that it show you how where the world is going, and it is not transformed. It is not going. Therefore,
No use. Whoever you are.
every day. See? But yet still the enemy will make you think that and make you make fools of yourself. I ain't gotta do that then. I don't do that then. I don't know. You lying, you do it all the time. Just like I said, I saw her, she had a mask on. She had a mask on in the story. Hey, my mind with the my mind with the clicking, yeah. Hey, 100% right about it, but I judge.
Sometimes we need to make a judgment.
There you go. But we do it all the time.
Right?
And I looked at the handle and all that stuff was coming out of his mouth was on the door. I just,
So here Romans tell us what it say there. What it?
I read one, read it again.
Mhm.
Whoever you pass it. For when you judge someone else, you are passing judgment against yourself. Since you, that God's judgments land impartially on those who.
Oh, okay, y'all did it right. But see, this was 1 and 2. And see what they say. You come and dwell among you, that's making a good judgment. Now I want you to make the sacrifice.
Yeah, badges.
your body goes.
Let that temperature out there drop. Yeah. So we were ready to do, man. We had to find, we tried. Yeah. Right. Sacrifice the folks. There you go. See? Electric bill kind of go down a little bit.
Do y'all get a different rate than residential or something?
Yes, commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, gas is gas. Why does residential get a different rate than commercial?
Yes.
Gas is gas.
Because it's commercial.
Yeah. Water deals.
They got different meters for water bills. For
But yeah, if the show.
Especially,
I'm not.
it makes sense to those that
The thing
provide.
that's putting it, that's got control, it makes sense to me.
I'm gonna have to move. Something's about to get done. Yeah. See? And they gonna and see and we done got we were looking at the show up tomorrow to go to work because I gotta go down and I'm gonna go down and buy an air conditioner. He said, no, you can't do that. Niggas don't need no air. You gotta adapt it to this guy can AC 9.
The kind of money you gotta do.
You make a sacrifice.
This is
I'm gonna
somebody
tell
that
you,
if you don't like
I'm gonna tell you she hot, you gonna do something.
it, you should know somebody out there ain't nice.
We got some we got some relatives in there.
Man in the shop.
But dear folks, in Colin, it's worth it for us to have a dwelling place that pleases Yah.
Amen.
And not only that, but it's a nice enough place and everything there, because the bottom line, I do it for a fact, it is gonna bother me. I don't know. You might say it's gonna bother you. I won't testify for me. It's gonna bother me, sister. I don't like the cold. And when they come in here and open that door and that heat, woo! Because they saw their part of it. That's up to you. All right. How should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget the let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer that which shall I. 137, verses 5 and 6. I will not turn the hearing of the child for the call out the service for today.